How are there two Matties?
Wait a second, Jim. I've heard that there's Baker Matty and evil android nemesis Matty, who's exactly like Matty. I don't know. What's the real Matty gonna do?
That must be who was making all those case packs with all the He-Man and White Baseman. That explains what was going on.
All right.
Sympathy for Baker Matty. We don't want your line in here. He's not quite as good as the original Matty, wasn't, right?
Well, clearly, now that the original Toy Guru is back, Masters of the Universe is going to back to be being for the fans. Masters of the Universe Classics, our brand new toy line exclusive to MattyCollector.com. Obviously, our flagship first figure is King Grayskull. That for a package, which you can purchase down in our booth for $30, and we have a few that we've saved for launch on Monday. You'll be able to get it online as well. This figure, though, is only available in North America, just to let people know, because of the electronics. All right. So let's talk a little bit about the line. So all the figures are going to be 6 inches in height. They will share parts the same way the vintage figures did. So, for example, in the way Beastman and Stratos both had the same chest and arms in the original line, you'll see that carry forward in this line as well. Accessories will be included. Removable armor will be included. And some figures will have multiple heads. What do we mean by that? Well, for example, let's say we did Merman. In the same package, you'll also get both versions. Additionally, in 2009, we'll have a New York Comic-Con and a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. We are looking at doing variants and chase figures. We want to hear from the fans, because the way we, is this something you'd be looking for? And if we did do this, they would be, would they be randomly packed when you bought them? Obviously, when you go to a store, you'd be able to look through and try to find them. When it's exclusive to the online site, would you still like to see variants? We'd like to hear that feedback from you over the course of the convention. The line is going to focus on characters who had toys in the 80s in all 3 of our toy lines: Masters, Princess of Power, and New Adventures. We're also going to include characters who are in the original mini-comics and the 2002 series. Ooh. All figures are going to be sculpted by the very talented Just a sampling of the kind of characters that we'll be looking at. Obviously, King Grayskull, Skeletor and all of his minions, He-Man and the Heroic Warriors, Hordak and the Horde, as well as the Snake Man, Princess of Power characters. There's a lot of fan-requested characters like Hero. And some repaints like the Green Goddess. Maybe even Savage He-Man or Wonder Bread He-Man. And this is just to give you a general idea of the kind of characters we're looking at doing. These aren't necessarily slated in at the moment. Ordering details. Obviously available exclusively at Matty Collector. 1 figure per month will be released starting in October 2008. It will be available internationally. We're limiting it to 2 figures per person.
Woo!
They'll be $20 on the site. At Comic-Con, obviously, King Grayskull is our first figure. And there's a variant of King Grayskull, which is randomly packed as the statue as Adam first saw him in the episode you just saw. We also have another variant, which you may have seen in our booth, the Spirit of King Grayskull. Let me give you a few details about this. 2 of these are being produced. The first is going to be raffled off tomorrow at 1 o'clock to a lucky fan. We will be giving out raffle tickets all day. You must be present to win. The second one will be auctioned for charity at Dream Halloween, October 25th. This is an event Mattel participates in every year. It's a charity for children affected by AIDS. You do not need to be present at Dream Halloween in order to bid. We'll have details about how to bid and how to get tickets for Dream Halloween later on MattyCollector.com. There you go. All right, in October, of course, we're launching with He-Man. Coming in November, Beastman. Some other upcoming figures. We don't have all of them quite at the show, but to give you a taste, premiering in December and being shown at Toy Fair magazine in 2 weeks on the cover will be Skeletor. Followed in January by Stratos. And then in February by Merman. And since we definitely wanted to reward the fans who came all the way out to this panel, quick sneak peek for later in 2009. All right, so the biggest thing is we wanted to open the floor up to questions and get your feedback and comments. We have a great panel here. Jim Murphy and Johnny O'Neill are two of the marketing managers. I'm Matty Collector. Next to them is Martin Ariola, who was one of the original designers of the 1980s Masters of the Universe line. Next to them, you may recognize Frank Varela, our packaging guru. There are a lot of our Comic-Con exclusives. And then, of course, the Four Horsemen are represented by Eric and Cornboy. Good boy! And of course, my boss, Matty Collector there. So with that, we'd like to open it up to questions. What we'll do is we'll just have you line up down the center aisle here, and the first person will just have them grab the mic, and the panel will be happy to answer all your questions.